So obviously this rematch is booked for less than 2 weeks from now, and it's definitely going to be super exciting as we have two of the best middleweights in the world. Obviously their first fight was pretty dominant on Izzy's end, where he was able to almost finish Whittaker in the first round before obviously being saved by the bell and then getting caught again in the second round. And Israel put on a really good performance, and I think it would definitely be interesting to see how the changes get made from both parties. Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya obviously coming in with different game plans and different styles than they did last time. So it will be interesting to see how each adapt and how each come in maybe with different looks. And yeah, it's super exciting to see how this fight will play out.
Yeah, and it's been quite some time since they last fought in their first fight where Izzy became the middleweight champion of the world. And through that time, they both fought a lot of different guys, like Izzy defending his belt against Yoel Romero, against Paulo Costa, against Marvin Vettori, even going up against Jan Blachowicz to try to become double champ status. Obviously, he didn't get it, but then Robert on his own also fought many guys like Darren Till, Jared Cannonier, and both these guys haven't had much time to pretty much make adjustments and pretty much adjust some of their skill sets to match. And I feel like this is definitely going to be probably a different fight than the first time. I think mostly on Robert's end, he's going to come with a different plan, as before it kind of seemed like he was trying to blitz Adesanya and kind of catch him where he was coming forward and kind of pushing in and throwing some shots. And Adesanya, of course, countered him many times, and that's what led to both the knockdowns on him, on Robert. And I feel like through this time around, Robert's probably going to come with a more safe approach. He might try to throw in his wrestling there. Of course, we know how he's a great wrestler, overall great fighter with an amazing skill set. And he'll probably try to switch up some stuff, as I feel like, especially if he goes with the route he went last time, it's going to end the same way.
Especially with Robert Whittaker's last performance against Kelvin Gastelum, which was an emphatic victory, and we saw a lot of improvements in his game. And obviously, both of these guys are super elite fighters and probably the best two middleweights out there right now. So that's why this is one of the most exciting matchups in that middleweight division. Robert Whittaker said that the game plan for Izzy has been exposed after we saw what Jan Blachowicz was able to out wrestle and just beat Izzy in that fight. So I think that that I think that kind of was an obvious strategy even before, because obviously Israel's a kickboxer, so he's not going to have the best wrestling game. But again, you never know. He has amazing takedown defense, and he has a good ability to get back to his feet, and he knows what he's doing in there. It's not like he's a one-dimensional fighter. So they both have a lot of great kicks and great striking. I don't see it being as one-sided as the last bout, but I do think that Israel still has the edge, considering that he's still been improving his game so much. He's been super active, and he's just he has a great mentality. Of course, Robert Whittaker still has a chance. He can't be counted out in this match because he could definitely dethrone Izzy. You never know, a couple of mistakes and he's blitzing in on you, and you never know. But Israel has that kind of timing style where he's able to just he knows what he's doing on the back foot and has great
Yeah,
striking.
and I feel like it's hard to say if that plan of from Blachowicz actually would be effective for Whittaker, as Blachowicz was way bigger than Adesanya because Izzy was moving up to light heavyweight. So and
Yeah.
that's what worked for Blachowicz, but I don't know if that would work the same for Whittaker, as of course he's not as big as Blachowicz. Izzy himself has even said if he's gonna try to do that again, it's gonna be a big mistake for him. So it's going to be exciting to see how both guys have made their adjustments and pretty much gone better throughout their fights, and see which style will be victorious pretty much. And I feel like Whitaker in this time around will be more hungry to try to get back his belt, and more motivated to pretty much claim the throne again against Adesanya. I just think this is a great matchup between the two, and they have a good rivalry. So it's a really good matchup, and I feel like both their styles clash very well.
Yeah, and I think this is definitely going to be an amazing fight, and I just don't know if it's going to be if Robert Whittaker is going to be have what it takes to dethrone Izzy, but the potential is always there with his style and his ability to maybe out wrestle Izzy. But as you said, Jan Blachowicz was much bigger than Israel Adesanya, who was moving up in weight to try to challenge and take that belt. Obviously came out unsuccessful, but it was still a good showing. But he's so creative in his ability, and I think it's definitely going to be a good match.